Oh no! Did he miss that? Maybe he hasn't got auto promote on. Maybe he hasn't got auto. This could be one of the weirdest moments. And Hammer will want to win this one. Norway would need to win this one. We have an open Sicilian, and again, this trendy move now, Queen to F3, has been made popular. Queen often comes to G3, and the White King can castle. This is one of the main lines, and well, in actual fact, White decides to immediately exchange queens off, and I'm a little bit disappointed by that. I don't like seeing the queens come off the board so early. Boo! Boo! But anyway,
I like how we're kindred. What's the word? Kindred.
Kindred. Yeah.
Chess spirits.
I think we are. Yeah, we're kindred chess. We certainly are. We don't like queen. Would we swap
No
queens on move
Berlins,
7?
No queen swaps.
No, we don't. We don't agree
Harry.
with this. Yeah, shove a Harry up the board, sack a pawn, and try to mate them, and then lose. You know that's why these guys are actually so strong.
Yeah.
You know, so because they know how to swap queens off. And
We
I think
have more fun.
we have fun, but it's not
Sometimes
fun losing every
painful
game.
fun.
Yeah, exactly. You know, not always fun losing.
Okay, so should we maybe just go to the current position?
Let's do that. Let's go current position now, and we can see what's happening here. Do you want to have a little? Do you want to tell us what's going on here? Fiona?
Let me count the pawns first.
Okay, I think it's
Equal
equal in points. Yeah.
So
I like White. I think I actually think White's got a fantastic position here. Generally, I like White because the exchange he did. I mean, I'm going to just go back to that moment which I was saying is I don't like it, but his Queen G3 move after the queens come exchanged. You can see why he did it because he's got this lovely H file to move along. Don't worry about the double pawns here if you can open up the H line, and this could be very important because now in the current position, his G pawns have moved up, and they're actually really a strength. The double pawns here rather than a weakness, with ideas of going Rook to H2 and just taking there.
Yeah.
And
what's Black even going to do about that? Is he going to play Knight F8? No.
I hope he
Surely
castles. That would be a funny move. Can you imagine if Black castled here just because it looks weird? Castles, Rook takes H7, and he resigns. I'd love to see Black castling. Let's have a vote. Castles. Bishop B7 played. Hammer won a pawn, so it looks like a nice pawn to me. But then this crafty idea of Bishop C6, and this was an idea I missed originally, because the bishop here is annoying to the knight. The knight doesn't have a good square to go to. So you've got to do a little bit of damage to your pawns. And, this is not what you want to do to your queen side here. It's certainly not.
We're still a pawn up. Let's just go
Sure.
forward.
That knight becoming very strong, though. And he's won a pawn back now.
Okay.
So he's not a pawn up anymore. Little cheeky tactic there. I bet. Did you reckon Hammer Time went Hammer Time? Hammer Time.
But there was nothing Black could do about it, right?
And this game was really heating up. He went Rook to E8 check, King D7, Rook takes E5, quite greedy, but now C4. These are looking extremely scary. So the amount of pawns you're up here is pretty irrelevant, I would actually say. Bishop to E8 check, and look at this next move. This is brilliant. You haven't got time to mess about in this position. You have to play quickly because it's a race.
It's crazy.
Do you reckon Hammer Time went, boom, Hammer Time, when he did this move? He must have done.
Just at home.
At home, yeah. Do you reckon he does that?
I mean, I would quite like... It would be funny to have... Interesting to have webcams.
It would be, yeah. I say, I mean,
like hidden webcams.
Hidden webcam would be great, yeah. I don't know how we'd fit that into the show, but hidden webcams would be brilliant. Maybe as a roundup later on. I bet he is like, boom, Hammer Time, can't touch it, Okay, after the famous song, Hammer Time. Okay. Can't touch this. I can't remember. Hammer Time. Can't touch this. But this is the next move is maybe the move so far. Look at this.
First, we have to see if it's even winning. So let's see.
I don't know if it's winning, but it looks like a good move to me. Because, your opponent moves a king to attack your rook. And you think, oh, okay, I should move the rook. Not Hammer Time. Hammer Time goes G6.
Let's go to the current position because we're also being told that the Aryan Tari against Kovalenko game is working again.
Okay, so G6 working, giving up the rook, but here comes Gary. Now Black tries to get his majority working, but it is a queen. Very nice tactic from the Hammer. D3 check. Look at this. What is going on? King D1.
I mean, I see the notation there. All the moves are coming with check.
Every move a check. Look at this. Because even though you're a queen up, black has got a combination of these 4 attacking your king. I'm not going to say what I'd be doing. I'll be scared, I think is the right word. Rook b2 check, king e1, d2 check, and now that pawn is getting incredibly close. King e2, knight c3 check, and look at this. Can't touch this. Boom, boom. He moves his king there, offering, saying to black, queen if you want to,
but
because
it's a mate. No.
If you go there, knight.
Yeah.
Oh no! Did he miss that? Maybe he hasn't got auto promote on. Maybe he hasn't got auto. This could be one of the weirdest moments ever.
But he has.
Well, no, he didn't do it. He could have gone.
But it was a mate.
It was a mate. He could have gone D1 mate, but he maybe doesn't have auto promote on. D1 equals knight is checkmate, but maybe on his settings he's put auto promote to a queen on. I've never seen that. I'm going crazy. I mean, look, isn't that mate? What are we missing? If he goes pawn to D1 equals knight checkmate.
And he only has 45 seconds.
He only has 40.
He's probably looking at his settings.
Where are the settings? How do I change it to knight? Where do I go? Where is the knight? I've got it on queen. Oh no, he's gone queen. Oh, and now he might get mated. What is going on? I think he had it on auto promote and he couldn't do it because it was mate. I wouldn't know because the pawn was covering that square.
That's crazy.
I mean, I think he tried to put it on knight.
I've never seen anything like
this.
that.
And even I bet I would love to have a webcam on him there.
What's going on now?
I had no idea what the hell's going on there. Rook b3 would have won there. Queen d2. I mean, this is random. This is completely random. Maybe he's still winning because the c pawn is running all the way to c1, but he had checkmate in one move. I think hammered side, but I don't know what's going on. He has to give up the bishop for the pawn. I mean, what on earth was that? That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous.
Might still be winning.
I think he might be winning. I probably is winning, but he just thought he'd just tease us a little bit there. And we have to go back to that moment.
And someone in the chat on Twitch is saying, I once tried to change it mid-game, but it promoted to a queen anyway. So maybe
dear.
you can.
Oh, maybe he did change it. Yeah. I bet I'd love to have a webcam name. I bet he was at home saying, "Oh, I changed it now." And he spent, "Where do I change it?" He changed it to knight, and then he played. No. So that just shows you don't always have it on auto promote to queen. That's ridiculous. I've never seen that before. And okay, what's happening here, Fiona? I guess black is winning. I think black is winning, but I don't know because. I mean, he kind of deserves to win anyway. Poor old Hammer Time. Hammer Time was probably sitting there laughing with that happening. But
I don't think he was. He's
maybe
probably,
not laughing.
I mean, you're probably not laughing when you're sitting in position
where you're losing anyway.
One.
Yeah, he probably wasn't saying Hammer Time. He probably wasn't. But this is actually, of course, still losing for Hammer Time here, isn't it? It's still losing in this position.
It must be losing, but you need to. Do you even need to be careful?
I don't think you have to be that accurate here because there's no way to support the pawns here. I mean, there could be some trick, so we'll stay with this. And
he can't even push his pawns. No, this must be gone. And he
game
resigned.
Over. He resigned. Well, just before we go on to the next one, let's just bring up that moment. This was certainly the moment of the tournament so far. We had this moment. It's black to move, and this shows you the danger of having auto promote to a queen on, because in this position, if black could sort his settings out and go d1 equals knight, it would be checkmate. And I mean, and what a ridiculous thing to happen. And he repeated the position once, and he tried to get a knight, and he went queen. Oh no! And maybe Hammer did something wrong, because it looks to me like white should be now probably winning here. Because I mean, if I was white, like f4 here. I mean, king d6. I mean, you got at least a draw, surely, of all your checks here. I would say white has some way to win, but that was crazy.
That's crazy.
That was bonkers.